Well, hello there. You don't come by too often. What do you want? Oh, you want to know about the immigrants during the Gilded Age? Well, okay, I guess I could tell you. The Civil War had transformed the North into one of the most heavily industrialized regions in the world, and during the Gilded Age, businessmen reaped enormous profits from this new economy.
As profits soared, so did America's standard of living. Millions of Americans left their farms and moved to the cities.
Nearly 1 million Eastern and Southern European immigrants arrived in America, each year settling primarily in New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and Chicago.
During this time, Americans' freedoms were narrowed during the Gilded Age due to the immigration process of Ellis Island and Angel Island. Specific laws aimed to restrict immigrants' rights, such as the Chinese Exclusion Act and the poor lifestyle of immigrants living in tenements.
Life in America will not come so easy. Take for example the immigration process at Ellis Island. On average, immigrants would stay there for 6 hours. Most of the immigrants were kept in cramped holding cells for hours until they were called up. Not only that, but they were treated harshly and questioned to a point until some of them would cry.
Welcome to America. May I see your papers?
Here they are, sir.
What's your name?
Mayor Samuel White.
Your date of birth?
December 28, 1827.
Ah, but it says here you were born December 27. Are you lying to me?
Sir, I can assure this is a mistake. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me.
Well, see, I've been having a good day, so I'll let this one pass. If I wasn't having a good day, you'd be heading back to where you came from.
Okay,
or worse.
sir.
So let me just evaluate your papers and see if everything's in order.
Okay.
So why do you want to come to America? Isn't your land good enough? Then you have to invade ours?
No, sir. I'm just trying to have a better life for me and my family.
And where is this family?
Oh, it's right here with me, sir.
Let me speak to one of them.
Go, son.
What's your name?
Harry Houdini?
That's a dumb name. Why'd your parents name you that?
I don't know.
Where are you from?
Hungary, Budapest.
And what's that in your hand?
The deck of cards. I want to be a magician when I grow up.
That's what they all say. The last one wanted to be a doctor, no one before that wanted to be the president. So what makes you so special?
You have some nerve here, man. I'm just here to come and seek a better life for me and my family. And here you are, making fun of me and my family. Can't you just stamp the paper and give it to me?
Very well then. You better leave before I change my mind.
Thank you.
It all started with the gold rush, where the Chinese first began to immigrate to America. Chinese commonly found work in the gold mines and on the railroads. They would accept $32.50 a month to work on the Union Pacific, a railroad complex in Wyoming. In 1870, for the same job that would pay white workers $52 a month. Those damn Chinamen are taking our jobs and lowering our wages. Something must be done. As conflict continued, pressure was put onto the government. Finally, by 1880, President Rutherford B. Hayes signed the Chinese Exclusion Treaty, which placed a limit on the amount of Chinese immigrants, as well as a limit on how many can be citizens. By 1882, Congress eventually agrees to pass the first immigration restriction law, the Chinese Exclusion Act. This specifically targeted Chinese labor immigration from entering America, but select groups such as students, teachers, tourists, government officials were allowed. From 1910 to 1940, many immigrants, mostly of Asian descent, continued to flood America, entering from the west coast of America into an immigration station, similar to Ellis Island, known as Angel Island. Angel Island was used to enforce the laws of immigration during the years of Chinese exclusion. The conditions of Angel Island were extremely rough compared to Ellis Island. The sad tales of immigrants can be told by the carvings of the poems on the walls of the rooms they were contained in. Angel Island plays an important role in history. Immigrants expect to approach America to start a new and better life, but they fail to achieve that goal. Immigrants of Angel Island would spend most of their time being detained in barracks and interrogated, with men and women being placed in separate parts of the station. The immigrants would be detained for a long period of time, days, months, weeks, or even years. The average would be 2 weeks, while the longest would be 2 years.
The immigrants would sometimes carve their fear and anger onto the barrack walls. They would express their emotion in messages and poems, most of which were very gloomy.
Tens of thousands of poems on these walls. They are all cries of suffering and sadness. The day I am rid of this prison and become successful, I must remember that this chapter once existed. I must be frugal in my daily needs. Needless extravagance usually leads to ruin. All my compatriots should remember China. Once you have made some small gains, you should return home early.
So, this is your room? Do you share this with anybody else?
Yeah,
It's pretty small.
I have 5 brothers.
5 brothers? This room doesn't even look like it'll fit 3, let alone 6 people.
Yeah, you get used to it. Sometimes I get the mattress, but most nights I just sleep on the mat.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a kitchen?
No, that's the toilet. To save money, the builders kind of smashed everything together.
That's horrible. Must suck to live here.
In the Gilded Age, many families were grouped into tiny spaces, and often they were grouped with other families into one room. The rooms were poorly constructed, and the building itself looked very dilapidated. When people were first walking through the hallways of the tenements, the hallways lacked any means of light except from the front door. This is the typical floor plan, as built after ensuing code improvements. Major alterations included the addition of an air shaft, 2 hallway toilets per floor, and interior windows cut through for light. To the cry of, "Abolish the tenements!" Why not abolish the tenements?
So in conclusion, as you can see, the life of an immigrant is no walk in the park. In fact, their life back in the Gilded Age was incredibly tough. They had to live in tenants, but over the years, laws that have protected immigrants have made life better for them.